Greetings, geeks and geekorellas. It is me. I am back with another Black Lightning review. Man, this episode was something else. I don't even think I could do a linear story like I usually do. I'm gonna have to go non-linear again and focus just on characters. I mean, Jennifer, there really wasn't anything. They took a break with her. Only thing they did with her was she knows the tension going on between Anissa and her father, Jeff. And then they hinted, foreshadowing, kind of, her getting powers. But that's all for her. Then we got Lynn, who I've made it clear that I didn't always agree with her character. But they're changing it and they're making her realize why she was that way. So in hindsight, I like the character more now. And in this episode, we actually get to see her portray the realness of being a superhero, and that's usually when you portray to be a superhero, everyone typically gets a happy ending, but you make sure that everyone else gets a happy ending. Also, more emphasizing this whole thing that I like from Black Lightning, where they're saying that being a superhero is like being a cop or being a firefighter. It puts worry on the loved ones. Which is cool. Then we got, who do I go to next? Let's talk about, I forgot his name now, but the cop. The head cop. 2 steps forward, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Starts to communicate more with Black Lightning, starts to give him more stuff, and then some things happen. Which, I should have said it earlier, but spoiler alert, this is now the second time that I've kind of waited too late to say it, but I'm trying to get used to it because I hadn't done it before, but I feel like I should. So, spoiler alert now. Alright, see ya. The cop stuff goes completely awry when he finds out that Lady Eve is dead. And it looks like Black Lightning did it. Because let's go, I guess from there, transition to Tobias. You see, we first see Tobias and we find out that he likes to use his strength and test it out. And so he has cage fights with dudes. While he's still in full suit, by the way. But this one dude, who's beefed up to the max, on the same level as, say, Batista. Almost. And so, he beats him, but then the dude gets back up. And then he beats him some more. So Tobias is like, something hinky's going on. Goes to the guy's back, he's got green light. Yeah, we get the revelation that Tobias has nothing to do with green light. It's all Cobra or Shadow Core, as I believe he called them. But anywho, So he's like, we need to do something. But before he can, things happen, and his right-hand man dies. And on his body was a thing of albino ashes. So he's like, fuck, we need to do something. Sis comes up with the idea, which we later find out that the idea was to use electro cannon things, which, by the way, they never really explained how they got them, to frame Black Lightning for the death of Black Eve and her associates, her bodyguard guys. Which, while that fight was going on, we flashed to Tobias and Black Lightning, where Tobias gets shot. But so does his sister. And being the doting person that he is, Tobias's goon grabs him and leaves her. And she dies. So you get rid of Lady Eve, but you lose a sister. And if you've seen the episode, you know that I avoided one part about that. Because let's get into Gamby. Holy crap, Gamby. We see him talk to Jefferson and talk to Lynn. We see him talk to Jeff, like one-on-one. Jeff's like, I don't trust you. And Gamby tries to give an excuse of, like, why they're after. Like, just call them, like, goons. Wrong place, wrong time. They just wanted to rob the store. Jeff's not buying it, so he's like, bullshit. I don't trust you, and I don't believe you. Which then next we see him go to Lady Eve and say Tobias needs to be taken care of. She's like, we can't do that. He gives us too much money. But she does give him the thing of ashes and says, I can let you go after his right-hand man. Which is how he died, which was pretty badass because Gamby took out like a whole club of bad guys. And then killed the right-hand man and let him bleed to death with the little thing on his chest as a message to Tobias. Alright. Second to last third to last, because you gotta talk about that thing at the very end. What the fuck? But third to last person, Anissa. This was a big episode for her because she finds out like the truth about using her powers and stuff. But she also goes to warn the reporter that he might be in trouble, to find out that he's already dead. This really affects her, and she thinks, don't want to be a superhero anymore. And Mom says that she's okay with it. Doesn't like it, but she's okay with it, and she gets Gamby to start building her a suit. Which was really cool. Because she's got a suit coming now. And then her thing ends with something that I'll get into in just a sec, because we need to jump to Black Lightning himself. Basically, this episode was just, for him, it was mostly about trying to take down Tobias. And then anytime Lynn tries to talk to him, throw her words back at her. Like, addiction. You said this was addiction. Do you want your daughter to have that addiction? And then when Sis dies, like, in his arms, Tobias' sister, that really affects him. And so he goes and he tells Anissa, sorry, I've been a hypocrite, which he has, not only in this episode. And then, last thing I gotta talk about real quick, because I've been going on for far too long. The last little cliffhanger thing. Fucking Lala's back. Back from the dead, apparently. And this lady says, Wallace, you believe in resurrection? Whatever his name was. And then she turns into mist, which becomes a tattoo of her face on him. Weird. And it's like, what the fuck? Also, could this mean that Lady Eve's not completely dead? I guess we'll find out later. But anyway, going on too long. If you like this video, hit like. If you like this face, maybe think about subscribing. Let me know what you think about the episode down below. What do you think's going on? What do you think will happen? What do you think of my review here? Anyway, till next time, and beyond.